In this lesson, we will learn about permutations and combinations. To start off this lesson, we need to know what a factorial is. Factorials are represented by an exclamation point. They represent a number being multiplied by its one lesser down to 1. Example, 4 factorial equals 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which also equals 24. In this lesson, we will learn about permutations and combinations. A permutation is an arrangement of values in a particular order. In a permutation list, order does matter. A combination is an arrangement of values where order does not matter. Combinations are for groups in which order does not matter. To start off, we will learn about permutations. Remember, a permutation is an arrangement of values in a particular order. In a permutation list, order does matter, and that's very important to remember. The equation for permutation is little n, big P, little r, which equals n factorial over, in parentheses, n minus r, n parentheses factorial. N equals the number of items in a total set. R equals the number of arranged items. In this example, we're working on permutations. So the question is, how many 5-letter arrangements are there in the letters of the word Slade? S-L-A-D-E. There are 5 letters, and it's a 5-letter arrangement. So it's 5 P 5, which is also equal to 5 factorial over 5 minus 5 factorial. To show your work, you do 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which equals 120. So it's 120 over 5 minus 5 over factorial, which equals 120 over 0 factorial, which equals 120 over 1, which will get you to the answer of 120. So now we're going to be working on combinations. A combination is an arrangement of values where order does not matter. Combinations are for groups in which order does not matter, and that's very important to remember. The equation for combinations is similar to permutations, but is little n c little r, which is also equal to n factorial over r factorial parentheses n minus r end parentheses factorial. Now we're working on combinations. Our example is, there are 5 starters on a basketball team. 2 get to be captains. How many combinations of captains are there? Let's remember our equation, which is right here, and it's NCR equals n factorial over r factorial in parentheses n minus r and parentheses factorial. So our n is 5 and our r is 2. So it's 5c2, which is equal to, if you plug it into our equation, 5 factorial over 2 factorial in parentheses 5 minus 2 factorial. So to simplify, you do 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 2 times 1, and then in the parentheses it's 3 factorial. So all of this on the top equals 120, and on the bottom it's just going to be simplified for right now down to 2 in parentheses 3 and parentheses factorial. So let's move our equation down here, and it's 2 and 3 12. So then you change this to 2 times 3 times 2 times 1, which ends up equaling 12, which these are equivalent. So it's 120 over 12, and that ends up being 10. So there are 10 combinations of starters.